straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, the pressure people like Johnnie can give you.
No.
You don't get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, you don't get grey hair, you go get.
Johnnie's bite.
The general was Johnnie's bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnnie can give you.
No.
You don't get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, you don't get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Good morning, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Johnnie's Bite. This morning, as our Muslim brothers and sisters are fasting, and also brothers and sisters within the Orthodox churches are getting ready to round up the 40 days of fast, that's the Lent. The price of Kose, which is a mainstay for breaking the fast in the evenings, is 1 Ghana Cedi. One Kose like that is 1 Ghana Cedi. 1 Kose is 1 Ghana Cedi. And you see, it is in a country where we are told that we are a net exporter of food and that we have excess food. Basic economics will teach you that if the supply is high and the demand is also high, the price drops. The supply outweighs the demand, the price drops. If there's more, let's divide. If less, more divide. It's that simple. So why do we have abundance of food and yet food is so expensive? It be COVID, it be Ukraine and Russia, or it be what? The price of Kose this morning is 1 Ghana Cedi. And that tells you how tough things are getting by the day. The poultry farmers cannot find maize and wheat to be able to feed their chicken. The poultry farmers. So egg will be expensive, chicken will be expensive. Those who run bakeries, bread, cake, and all the pastries, savories, and what you want to call it. Ask them how much they buy the flour for. Ask them how much those who prepare kinky and banku and tuosafi, how much they buy a bag of maize for. Things are expensive. So when we talk about these things and we are considered as risks, well, it's fine. We're talking about the things that matter to the people. The livelihood of the people is considered as a risky job. But you see, in the past, when we spoke about it, it was not a risk to the other set of people who came to govern. These days, when you talk about it, it is a risk. And you see, the moment you have a problem and you fail to talk about the problem, to understand the problem, and you don't lead to solve the problem, the leader becomes the problem, and the problem becomes the leader. If you have a problem as a leader and you don't solve the problem becomes the leader, and the leader becomes the problem. Which is why this morning I am on a 3-day crusade. This is my 3rd day. I'm asking Mr. President, good morning to you. Your former Minister for Education, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, who is now the Energy Minister, worked closely with Dr. Yaeduchum at the Ministry of Education. Dr. Yaeduchum is the Minister for Education today. You push the agenda of a University of Media, Arts and Communication. You put together Ghana Institute of Journalism, Ghana Institute of Languages, and then also the National Film and Television Institute. And you went to Parliament and argued it out. Even though some of the universities resisted it, you argued it out. The law was passed. Let me pull up the UMAC law for me. The law was passed. Now here we are. 2020 law has been passed. You are centered onto it, Mr. President, and up until now, they do not have a council. So even the individual schools may have their boards. I don't know if they have their boards. But the fact that they don't have a council means that they cannot take any serious policy decisions. Because the management of the schools, if you like the boards, cannot take any major policy decisions. So they are waiting on you, Mr. President, to constitute the council. And is it true that people are lobbying you, people who are outside these three institutions are lobbying you vigorously to get the position of the Vice Chancellor? Is it true? Is it true that people are lobbying to get the chairman of the council? Is it true? And is that what is causing the delay and hanging the lives of the students in the balance? They post too much in this country. We love posts too much in this country. The students are done with their course, but they can't graduate. And I hear GTech wants to step in. GTech, formerly National Accreditation Board, and the tertiary, I've forgotten the other nomenclature. They want to step in. GTech is the regulator. They want to step in. GTech, your interest should first of all be, as an institution that is a regulator, your interest, GTech, should be that the right thing is done. It's not for you to put in stopgap measures. Because now you are going to graduate the students. Under what banner are you going to graduate them? Are you going to graduate them at the UMAC, University of Media Arts and Communication, or are you going to graduate them under GIJ or GIL or NAFTI? Because as we speak, technically, once the UMAC Act came into being, there's nothing like GIJ, there's nothing like GIL, there's nothing like NAFTI. They are constituent colleges under the big umbrella. So their certificates originally should read University of Media Arts and Communication, College of Journalism, or whatever it is. Now you are moving to go and graduate them. So are you replacing the council? And does that mean that there is anarchy and chaos at the various colleges that you are supposed to be supervising? Because you come as low as checking if lecturers were in attendance, if students were in attendance, if assignments were given to the students and all of that. This is your own act. This is your act. This is it. Your own act. This is it. So now, GTech, the question I want to ask again this morning, aside asking you whether people are lobbying and that is what is making it difficult, or asking you whether or not the education minister has not submitted the names of persons suitable and qualified as according to the act for the role of council members to the presidency, or whether he has done that and the presidency is delaying. That's my first question to you. My second question is, under what banner are you going to graduate the students? Because if there's somebody today at GIJ, somebody at NAFTI, who applied to the school when UMAC Act was fully in force, and you are going to graduate the person under the banner of GIJ, in future, if somebody goes to court, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just thinking, in future, can somebody go to court and raise constitutional questions and the legality and authenticity questions about their certificate? And this is what I expect nooks and gaps and the SRCs to be talking about. They are not. They are rather fighting about who will be president and who was not elected and who is a delegate and who was not. Misplaced priorities in Kwan. The question I'm asking this morning is this: that the students who are going to be graduated, and that is supposed to be done by the council. The council is not properly constituted. And you know, when the UMAC Act was passed, all the other colleges, the three colleges that are constituent under it, had the acts empowering them repealed completely. There was no opportunity for transition. That lame duck period is not captured in your UMAC Act. So like we have a Presidential Transition Act where within, that period when after the elections and before the inauguration of the president, that lame duck period, there's a transition period. We do not have that there. So the universities are running, but they are running without heads. they are a headless entity. They are just the people that are acting. I'm saying, and yesterday I told you, Mr. President, that if the people are acting and they have done a good job, what's the haste? Why does anybody want to scheme to take anybody out? If that is what is going to happen, or if that is what is happening, or if that is what is being envisioned. I am saying that the students came to school after 2020 under the banner of UMAC. You are going to graduate them under the banner of which school? Because UMAC does not have a council. And as GTEC, your interest as a regulator should be that the right thing is done, just as we insist that if persons are not qualified, they are not admitted. If lecturers don't come to classes, they are not offered courses to teach. If students are not present and punctual and have not fulfilled their dissertation or thesis or whatever it is, the requirements of the university, they are not graduated. You have those things. So also press the education minister, press the president and tell them, Mr. President, Mr. Education Minister, it is your job to ensure that UMAC has a council. Because they cannot continue like that. They cannot continue like that. So this is day 3. And I will keep talking about this because there are thousands of students whose lives may hang in the balance. I'm saying that somebody decides to go to court after you are done the graduation. They will have to come back. Again, the new students who have been enrolled, the UMAC Act is in full force. GIJ, for example, has the act annulled, repealed, sorry. So the matriculation oath that they swore, which act did they swear to? Which council constituted itself to receive the oath that they swore? And if they are graduating, which council will be constituting to receive those graduates? Those are the questions I expect GTEC to ask, not to step in and put a smoke screen and a cover up for government. Why is it taking so long to have the UMAC council constituted? Why? Now we are entering day 2 of the industrial action by colleges of education, non-teaching staff association. They are entered day 2, and it hurts me so much because at the beginning of this year, CITAG, College of Education Teachers Association, they also went on strike. Their issues have not been fully settled. And you see, we decided as a country to consider colleges of education as full tertiary institutions. In Bagabaga, the students are cooking their own food. We said we're going to treat them like universities. Never mind that even UTAG, when we had the meeting with UTAG and we finished the meeting with UTAG, we agreed on certain terms of payment. The individual schools are paying the lecturers what they promised to sacrifice to pay. The government is shirking responsibility to pay UTAG what they owe them. Students in Bagabaga are now cooking their own food. Danny, play that insert for me. Christopher Amwakundeda, play that for me.
Staffs are on strike. For that reason, the library is also closed, and the few blocks that are left are also locked because the laborers are supposed to work inside it, and they have locked it and take the keys away because they said their allowance are not being paid, and for that reason, they are on strike for that.
True, because since in the morning we have not yet gone to class, we those around, as me, we are just in the kitchen helping them to prepare breakfast. It's not easy. Because at this time we are supposed to take breakfast. As at now, we are still sending the porridge inside for them to take breakfast, which will affect our next lectures.
It comprises a lot of sectors in the curricula, which include the financial department, the library, and other offices. So as at now, the library is closed. The financial sector students are trying to have access to run other activities. They cannot do it, and all other sectors. So it is not only the dining hall that we are facing challenges, but all the other sectors.
I remember that the issue of training allowances was a big issue before 2016 and 2020. Teacher training allowance, nursing training allowance. The government is owing 8 months of those allowances. And you see, the excuse was made and the explanation was given to us that we are giving them these allowances so that they can focus on their learning. I remember the NUC's president, secretary also at the time, had mentioned that, look, we need to rethink this. I know that some other actors within the space that we need to rethink it. If University of Ghana students are getting student loan, Why can't the teachers and the trainees, teacher trainee and nursing trainees also be afforded the opportunity to go and take loans? We said no, we will give them the allowances because we politicize this. And I said, don't politicize education, don't politicize health, don't politicize the economy, don't politicize security, don't politicize energy. But we politicize that. Teacher trainee allowance and nursing trainee allowance. Now, 8 months down the line, we have not paid them. Then he showed them the article that 2022 budget captured over 401 million. 401 million was captured in the 2022 budget. We have entered the second quarter. That's it. 400 million is there. It's right there in it. 400 million was captured. Now we have entered the second quarter. The students are owed 8 months. Non-teaching staff are on strike. You saw the students. They are cooking their own food. So they are missing out on lectures and they are cooking their own food. Their teachers went on strike earlier in the year. Their issues have not been fully ironed out. But we always have senior citizens say, oh, please treat it with the human face and go back to the classroom. Please treat it with the human face and go back to the... Everybody will tell them to go back. Don't they also have families that they feed? Don't they have families that they take care of? Don't they pay their tithe? Don't they pay their rent? Don't they pay for transport? Don't they feed themselves? Don't they clothe themselves? People work and they are not paid. We are told to bite the bullet. We are told to tighten our belt. But the people who are asking us to tighten our belt, they have no belt hooks. The people who are asking us to tighten our belt have no belt hooks. Teacher trainee allowance, nursing trainee allowance, 8 months. And the president spoke about it in 2017. Danny, that's the last video we play. President Akufo-Addo's video. Good morning to you, Mr. President. This is your video, 2017. Let it sing down. 8 months. That's not fair. Good morning.
This policy is the teacher. A well-trained, confident, and contented teacher is essential in the delivery of quality education. The restoration of the teacher training allowance, which also begins today, is part of the comprehensive policy of engendering the production of quality teachers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, government, as was done under the administration of that outstanding Ghanaian statesman, the former president, His Excellency Johnnie Kufuor, intends to pursue the policy of upgrading 42 existing senior high schools to model schools, as was done in the case of West Africa Senior High